I want to talk about the first thing I ever streamed with any kind of consistency, which is my leveling experience in the Burning Crusade Classic. I wanted to level a Tauren Shaman that looked exactly like my original character, my original Tauren Shaman that still I play in retail World of Warcraft. When Classic first came out, I didn't level a Tauren Shaman, and the reason for that is because I knew that Elemental Shamans are useless in vanilla, in raids. Elemental Shaman is really a PvP spec, which I wasn't interested in doing. I was interested in raiding, and so I just decided to not really do anything. Now, this is a post-mortem to the experience. Sadly, this is gonna come at the conclusion of my playlist videos. The last one I uploaded is when the character is level 49. And the level cap in the Burning Crusade is level 70. So that character hadn't reached max level. He hadn't even reached the minimum level required to access the expansion content, which is level 58. That is pretty much where the adventure ends, or at least where the videos start to trail off. The next video, after the level 49 video, shows a level 56 character. The reason for that is the VODs on Twitch expired in between level 49 and 56, and I let them expire. I didn't do anything with those. I didn't back them up. I didn't download them. I didn't upload them to YouTube. I didn't do anything with them. There are surviving VODs from level 56 onwards, but yes, you'll see if you want to have a look at them, what happens then. There are a couple of reasons why this happened, why the playthrough trailed off, and why I didn't look after the videos as much as I should have. One reason is the phases in TBC. You see, in the TBC expansion, Shaman lore, players' lore, says that Elemental Shamans are really only strong in phase 1 of TBC Classic. And the reason they're only viable in phase 1 is that they do not scale up with secondary stats as well as other classes. So other classes would get comparatively stronger and stronger than Elemental Shamans in phases 2 and 3 and 4. I think there's 4 phases. I knew that, and my intention was to only raid phase 1. Now, leveling to level 49 took me way more time than I thought it would. I think by the end of the playthrough, I had between 100 and 150 hours just playing that game, just leveling a character, which in my adult life is actually a lot of time to pour into a single game. I don't do that anymore very often. I have a full-time job, I have work obligations, I have other family obligations, if you will. I also spend time with my family and my partner, albeit I still play games a lot. I just could not find the time to invest into the character in time for the expansion launch. Of course, if I had started sooner, because I started leveling that character around June and the expansion launched in July. So if I had more time, if I started in April or something, then I would have been able to level all the way to 60 at least, and then start on the expansion launch. I would have had a much better chance at that point to experience some of phase 1. That is not what I did, because April, May, I was still very much into retail and I didn't play a lot of Classic. I went back to Classic when TBC was ramping up. Had I known that phase 2 of TBC would only release middle of September, I probably would have had enough time over the summer. At the time, the release date of the second phase was unknown, and people speculated that it would be around the end of August. And since it was the end of July and I still was not max level, and it would probably have taken me an extra 100 hours to get to max level, I decided I wouldn't have had the time to enjoy that character very much on max level. And that is why the playthrough trailed off. There is a second big reason. I started streaming consistently just around that time. That was the first thing that I actually did with the stream, with any kind of intentionality behind it, any kind of consistency behind it, any kind of effort. Additionally, the new retail season started around the same time. I'm still part of a retail guild, and so my commitment to my guild in retail took time away from my classic leveling. The biggest problem is that World of Warcraft is a very different category to stream in than the game categories that I've been exploring since. The people that do check out my streams keep showing up, the recurrent viewers to my streams, which I appreciate very much. Those are people that have gone out of the way to find my stream to begin with. You have to scroll a lot. You would have to scroll 100 pages down the World of Warcraft category to find my stream because of the amount of people that stream that game. And there's other issues as well, like streaming is constantly a work in progress. There's always things you can fix and improve. Stream quality, audio quality. If you look at my VODs, the quality is much worse. If you look at my earliest video, the audio quality is complete garbage. And the video quality doesn't start getting to a decent level until much later. Streaming for me is a hobby, but it would be cool to see this hobby grow and develop. That is what hobbies are for. Therefore, spending your time away from work and into other things, making progress in those things. I like to see things develop. I am a software developer. I like to see things develop and transform, sublimate, or just improve, just get better, just get bigger and better. It had got to a point where I was more interested in seeing my stream grow than I was in seeing my World of Warcraft character grow. I started thinking of ways that I could do to develop my stream and less about the games that I wanted to play or what I wanted to do in the games that I wanted to play. So that's the second reason. Maybe the streaming reason is the more important one. It's the crucial one, really. It's not just having failed at my intention originally, but it is a change in direction in a sense, which is why I think it's more interesting. Closing thoughts. I enjoyed my time leveling in TBC Classic. I don't regret doing it. The nature of World of Warcraft is extremely seasonal, both in retail and classic. Any effort that you put in any single patch doesn't carry over that much to the next patch. That is true more of retail than classic, especially when it comes not so much to patches, but to expansions. Expansion by expansion, you essentially get a character reset. You reset all your progress. It doesn't matter what you did in the previous expansion. Not to your character power, not to your progress. And so it's intrinsically volatile and temporary and transient. So I knew that going in. I have no regrets from not making it as far as I thought I would, making it as far as I wanted to. So I'm sad that it didn't work out exactly as I intended, but I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing now if I hadn't had that experience. It catapulted me into my new obsession, which is streaming. And I do mean obsession. I get very obsessive about things. When I get into something, I am either 0% or 100%. There is no in between. If I get into leveling World of Warcraft Classic, I get into leveling World of Warcraft Classic 100%. If I get into streaming, I get into streaming 100%. Thank you for watching this video. All three of you. Hope you'll join me in my new stream adventures. That sounded way too formal. But thank you for watching. That's what I'm saying.